Hey, so I want to do a quick video just kind of highlighting some of the things that I liked and didn't like about the ImpulseRC Apex LR7. My wife bought this frame for me as a birthday gift. I think it was the last one before they went back ordered, so yay, wife. So my first impression, damn it, it's really tight. I'll try to not curse as much. That'll be my only curse word, I promise. It's really tight. So, you've basically got your DJI. Well, I've got my DJI O3 Air unit here, bumped up right up to the ESC. So I had to resolder the leads kind of like at an angle. So they kind of come up like this so that they're not sticking straight up and getting, like in the way of the frame or the top plate, and they're not so low that they're getting in the way of the air unit. After about 10 attempts, I actually finally got it to work. All right, so I'm going to talk about things that I found very interesting and that I think that I've looked at every piece of literature about this frame that I could find while it was on its way here. And I couldn't find anything that, like the things that I'm going to talk about were mentioned. So, all right. To begin with, the frame came with these cool little HQ prop made plastic wire guards, which are pretty cool. You just kind of like, zip tie them on, and that's pretty solid, and it looks real pro. The other thing that came with it that was pretty cool, I think this actually is mentioned, but I just want to highlight it. This cool little method of, I guess, holding the camera. It's like half aluminum and then half 3D printed TPU. So it's kind of got like a shock absorption or vibration absorption quality to it. Sorry about the shaky video. I'm using my hand. Let's see what else. Oh, the other cool thing is that it came, well, it didn't come with it, but it was designed into the frame. You can actually, it's got a little notch and 2 zip tie holes for you to just kind of like stick your Immortal T on there, which I think is pretty cool. And it also came with this 3D printed O3 antenna mount, which, allows for you to be able to run up to 12 gauge leads, I think, like up here, like over the DJI Air unit, if you so feel inclined to do that. My original plan was going to be to run them out the side, but, they ended up coming through perfectly fine. I didn't have to 3D print anything. Since we're on 3D printing, after I tried to 3D print everything that was on Thingiverse and basically nothing fit, I realized, okay, well, maybe I should just use whatever came with the frame, which led me to do this. This is an iFlight GPS. I think it's an M8. The cable it came with was extremely long, which is great because I was able to run it like under the frame. And then I just took the GPS and put a little, pad of insulator here, like sticky insulator, and then heat shrunk it to there, and it's on there pretty damn good. Oh, there I did curse again. Gotta put $1 in the swear jar. So overall, it comes with a lot of cool stuff. It comes with more hardware than you probably will know what to do with. So what I did is I took a bunch of those little cubbies and I just separated out a bunch of the hardware and, like, as best as I could to kind of ease like the burden of having to look through stuff when figuring out what to do. Which, it's good that it comes with a bunch of hardware. And I mean, it comes with every motor screw size you might need. It comes with every stack size screw you might need. It even comes with the hardware for the air unit. And then it also comes with Vista screws. So, I mean, really, this thing comes with everything you need to build a quad right away. So if you want to mount an O3 air unit onto a quad, onto a 7-inch, and, put a stack on it, I mean, you're pretty much good to go. Like, this thing is built for the things that most people that are doing builds these days are using. So that's another cool thing. Let's see. So battery pads, it comes with this battery pad, which honestly, it's like not very squishy, and it's kind of slick. So I don't know if this was a good move on their part, but I stuck it on there, and I might like sand it a little bit to give it like a little bit of texture, and hopefully that works. But yeah, it's not the greatest. It also comes with a battery pad that looks like this, and it's actually a Velcro, like a, you know, like the non-fuzzy side of a Velcro battery pad. I might actually end up using this. Okay. I'm running 4S and 1700 kV motors with 3-blade props, and I'm probably going to move to 2-blade props. I'm just following the advice of Oscar Lang. He's got that table online where you can pretty much look up like any, you can match up any motor to any propeller pitch size and, you know, like bell size, and, you know, he'll figure it out. You can just use that to figure out what you want to use. Which all makes sense. I mean, mathematically, I think it's solid. What's another thing I wanted to highlight before I forget? Oh yeah. So I'm using the Axis Flying F7 stack because I'm stupid and I, you know, saw it as a novelty. As you can see, the soldering, you know, like don't use this stack. Just don't use it. It's, you know, it had the cage around it, and I thought it looked really cool and pro, but it's like 30 millimeters, like high almost. So you only have 20 millimeters from the deck here to the top plate, so you're not working with a lot. You want to use as much of a compressed stack as possible. But you know, there's enough room. There's enough room for the air unit, which is like mounted directly to the plate there. I mean, it's not going anywhere. It's got 4 screws and cone washers that came with it. So if you are going to, you know, mount an O3 to it, like, don't bother trying to 3D print anything. You're going to get everything you need with the kit, with the basic kit, or the Mr. Seal kit. I mean, either one works. There was no room for a capacitor, so I had to basically, you know, like solder to, I think I used 16 gauge or 14 gauge wire. I think it was 16 gauge. No, 18 gauge wire. On the pads underneath the ESC, and then I just, you know, connected the cap there and connected it to the arm, which kind of, I guess, in a way balances out this weight a little bit. So I think the gyro can handle that. There's enough room in the front to put a beeper on here. I'm going to stick a battery in there. Well, sorry, I'm going to stick a battery up here. Probably find a way to heat shrink it onto here, or, you know, like maybe use the red tape and stick it on here, and then just, you know, I'm going to connect it through there and just have it like be, you know, like detachable, so that I can take off the battery and the top plate together and detach it from the bottom, and then just connect it back up when I want to go flying. So it serves as a backup battery for the beeper. The 3D print, it's very wobbly. I think Chris Rosser would, you know, hate this if he saw it. Am I making you mad right now, Chris? I don't plan on doing the thing where I mount the antenna here. I don't have enough, you know, antenna. The cool thing is, I'm pretty sure that, so I bought the 200 millimeter cable for the O3 air unit and swapped it out from the stock cable. I'm pretty sure the stock cable would have worked fine. I reached out to Get FPV for support, and they said, yeah, it's not going to be long enough. So I switched it out. Thanks a lot to whoever told me to buy the cable, because I spent the money that I could have spent somewhere else and did the work. So thanks a lot. Maybe when you give advice, maybe you actually know what you're talking about. Let's see. I didn't have any room for the Nano. I was planning on using a Diversity, and I think I'm going to swap it out eventually. But for now, and don't yell at me, I know that people use the, you know, vertical polarized for long range, but I'm not going to be going super long range. So I think that the donut of the electromagnetic field that this thing generates is going to be plenty of range for, you know, going 3 to 5 miles and still getting a good link quality. But yeah, that's it. Key highlights: comes with all the hardware you need. Really good build, like good quality. You're gonna have a little bit of a tough time building it because you're gonna have to like compress these arms like and kind of like hold them and then quickly stick the screws in. They'll fit and it'll end up being super tight. They come with files because all these edges are sharp, like very sharp. I actually cut myself a few times. So just kind of keep in mind that, you know, this frame doesn't come like chamfered like some other companies do. They do include files for you to, you know, kind of file wherever you want though. Like I'm going to file back here because I feel like it's going to cut into the cable there and it's kind of freaking me out. But yeah, that's it. I mean, overall, a lot more space than I thought it would have, and like way solid. And I'm super glad I didn't have to 3D print anything. I could just slap everything on. I'm gonna go in here in a second, and I'm not gonna do the little snappy thing. I'm just gonna cut to it and give you guys some measurements. I know y'all are gonna appreciate this. Zero it out. Let's see. This is hard to do with one hand. Should probably get better equipment. So let's see, that is roughly 28 from the front deck. And in terms of space for your stack, you have, let's see, 20 millimeters. So the size of the standoff. Wide, it is 44.5 at the widest. And let's see if I can get a length on this. Pretty sure I can. This thing is pretty long. Let's see, lengthwise. So minus the 3D print on the top, you've got 150 millimeters. All right. So that's that. That should give you guys some, you know, some kind of data to be able to figure out what kind of battery you want to put on there, how you want to run it. Again, if anybody has any questions, I guess either drop a comment or come back when I do the second video of, you know, post-test flight. Crud, I forgot one thing. ImpulseRC. I'm a little confused. You included feet, like the little plastic feet that are the little skids for this. I'm not sure. Okay, like, I'm not dumb. Am I supposed to put like a spacer here and here and just like put the foot like over that? Because it wouldn't work with the cross brace here. Yeah, I don't know. All right, well, that's that. This is a beautiful frame. More space than I thought it would have. Very solid. I can't wait to fly it. I'll post another video later of me flying it. All right, take care. Follow me on @Star Destroyer Robotics on Instagram. Peace out.